Alright. Sorry it was so long between episodes of this. I got the first one recorded, then I got sick, and for a game that's all narration, I don't need to be sneezing every 15 seconds. It was that kind of sick. It was awful. Also, there were some tech problems before this started, but this is supposedly the 1000th video on the YouTube channel. I thought about doing some sort of big, thing about it, but I figured that's more of a community thing, you know? So it's just a normal video. Anyway, while I desperately watch and make sure this thing doesn't try to explode again, let's get this started. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Any? I finally get to see you again, and it's not your fault. You didn't do it. No, I did. I killed that person. But that wasn't you. It doesn't matter, it might as well have been. I is once again in prison. Jail. I can't believe something like this happened. The events of that gloomy, rainy afternoon that started this whole mess keep playing through my mind. June 16th, 3:34, Wright & Co. Law Offices. What depressing rain. Do you understand how depressed it makes me, do ya? I guess... But actually, more than being depressed, I'm angry. Angry at that weather girl on TV. I think our little rainy spell will take a break with a day of sun, is what she said. Let's take my life on it. Well, it's the weather. But that's why I didn't bother to bring an umbrella. What nerve calling herself a weather girl. She's going to hear about my $1,500 suit. Found your case. Unless you're planning on suing the weather girl or... Sorry. I thought that before we got down to business we could have some friendly chatter. My name's Dr. Turner Gray. I'm a surgeon. You remind me never to end up under his knife. I'm here today because of this incident. Malpractice at Gray Surgical Clinic. 14 inpatients lose their lives. Oh, you're the doctor. It's really quite upsetting. Did you hear me? Upsetting. Yeah, I heard you. And I agree, it's quite upsetting, Dr. Gray. The one that screwed up was that nurse. It was her that got the medications mixed up and killed those 14 patients. And yet, now listen good, and yet, that nurse had the nerve to go and die before admitting to her wrongdoing. She didn't even offer any sort of explanation to me. And this is the kicker. She up and has herself a grand old accident and crashes her car. Smash, crunch, transforming her car into the accordion model. How dare they die? You fucking jerk. That's right. About a year ago, all the tabloid shows are talking about it. 14 victims of medical malpractice and the nurse's mysterious fatal accident. There were rumors that Dr. Gray had actually caused that crash. People said it was to forever hide the person responsible for the malpractice incident. Why would I? Now I'm just going to say this once. Why on earth would I want to kill that nurse? She's the one who killed those 14 patients, not me. I think you need to take a deep breath, Doc, and focus. More to the point, this case is over a year old. Why bring it up now? Simple, because the situation's slipping out of my grasp. This just won't do. My clinic isn't seeing nearly as many patients nowadays. Do you understand what that means? It means they're not coming to my clinic. Yeah. You don't say. If it were me, I don't think I'd want to go either. So, what would you like me to do about it? I want you to help me prove I'm innocent. You do realize I'm a lawyer, not a private investigator, right? No, this is something only you can do. Maya Fey. You know this girl, correct? Maya? Why would he know her name? I heard you were working under her for a while. Well, hey, wait a second here. I worked under her? Yes, am I wrong? She told me, so I'm not quite sure if... Well, we worked a few trials together. But she went back to her hometown to undergo more training. Yes, I heard. It must be lonely for you. What? She must be an extraordinary girl to handle such rigid training. Huh? I have an acquaintance who knows a lot about these mystical sorts of things. She's the one who introduced me to Mrs. Fey. Is Maya really that famous? And I've already set up an appointment. For what? What else? A channeling. I'm going to have her call the spirit of that nurse that would have got herself killed. Oh. Maya. I wonder what she's up to right now. We, the women of the Fey clan, have always been spiritual mediums. It's because the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly through us. That's what she told me. I guess she's learned to accept her responsibilities and become an adult. Not counting training, this will be her first time channeling a spirit. So she gave me one condition before accepting my request. The condition? The condition is you, Mr. Wright. She said that she wouldn't do the channeling without first seeing you again. Me. And that's why I've searched you out. I want to see her too, don't you? You want to see her too, don't you? My bad. And so, that is how I ended up visiting Maya's hometown with the doctor. June 19th, 1:25. Karain Village. So this is the village, huh? Maya's hometown. Hello. Why, hello there. What an odd little girl. Hey, wait up, Parley! Someone else is coming this way. That sounded like Maya. Nick! It's Maya. Maya, how are you? It's good to see you again. Wow, I didn't think you'd really show up. It's not that big a deal. You made it sound like you were so far away. Well, maybe I exaggerated just a little. It was 2 hours by train. If I'd known you were this close, I would have visited more. No, you're not allowed. I already decided, you know. Until I become an adult, I have to work hard and be strong by myself. Ah, well. Anyway, congrats. I'm glad to hear training is going well for you. Looks like you've finally become a full-fledged medium, taking on your first job. Yeah, I didn't think it'd be this soon. But this case, do you know the messy story behind it? Behold the power of the Maya Intelligence Network. Let's see, 14 people died because of malpractice in Dr. Gray's part, right? And to pin the blame on the nurse, he killed her in what appeared to be a car accident. Huh? So what is this Maya Intelligence Network, anyway? The tabloids. That's what I thought. Just pulling your leg, Nick. What really happened is the exact opposite. I heard all about it from Dr. Gray. Now come on, Nick. I wouldn't take a crazed killer as a client. That's too scary, even for me. Yeah, I guess so. The village. So this is your hometown, huh, Maya? Yep. Green Village. But I've heard people call this place Medium Valley, too. Interesting. So everyone that lives here is a spirit medium? Pretty much. Most of my ancestors were too, I think. That's probably true, since the Fae ability to communicate with the dead is so strong. Actually, only the women of this village are mediums. So what do the men do? They usually work someplace outside the village. That girl earlier. I wanted to ask you about that girl I saw earlier. Do you know her? Ah, you mean Pearly? Pearly. Pearl Faye. She's my cousin. Isn't she adorable? Just like yours truly. Cousin. And that means she also, Yep, she's a medium too. Pearly's a real genius when it comes to channeling. I see. Hope I didn't scare her when I tried to talk to her earlier. Nah, it's not you. My aunt drilled it into her head that if a suspicious-looking person tries to talk to you, run away. Suspicious-looking. Well, you're not wearing training clothes, for starters. Of course not. Pearly's my aunt's most valued treasure, so she's not allowed to go outside of town. She doesn't know much about the world outside of Kurain Village. On? Pearly's mother's my aunt. Duh, come on, Nick. Well, Nick, I gotta get going. It's about time for the channeling to start. Oh yeah. I'm doing the channeling at my house, so come on in, okay? After I'm done, we can grill up some juicy burgers. Right. Good luck, Maya. Thanks. At least she's still the same perky Maya. Oh god. I haven't played this part in a while. No clues here. Oh, bus stop. Buses seem incredibly inconvenient. They only come 3 times a day. Old style phone booth. Doesn't fit the area too well. My cell phone doesn't get reception up here, so I might need this. Big rock. A giant rock that seems to be reaching for the sky. Origins are written on a beat-up old sign. Looks like this giant rock is called the Kurain Boulder. There's a complex explanation written here, but long story short, it's a big stone for spirits to live in, or something like that. Thatched-roofed houses, where the other villagers live, line the street. They're nowhere near as large or as nice as the manor in front of me, though. Kinda odd that I don't see any of the other villagers walking around. The biggest, most elegant of the buildings. The Fae Manor, the place Maya calls home. Easy to be overwhelmed by its presence. Big house. Slow magnifying glass. Wow, I can't even use my mouse if I wanted to. To the meditation room. Mr. Right, I'm glad you showed. Some nice weather we're having today, aren't you happy? Not at all. That stupid weather girl made the wrong call again. It'll rain cats and dogs today, she said with a straight face. Can't believe they allow such misguided reports on the public airwaves. Looks like talking about the weather with this guy is just asking for punishment. But anyway, this is a splendid manor. No arguments there. It's hard to believe that this is Maya's house, though. I was given a guide map to the building. Here, Mr. Wright, I have a copy for you too. Woohoo! Channeling chamber, winding way side room, meditation room. Partial. My attorney badge. What do you have to say? What are you gonna do once the nurse's spirit has been called? Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna have her write a signed confession. I don't know if that'll count, buddy. A signed confession? Yes, a confession. Pay attention, I'll have her write this. 1 year ago, on May 2nd, 14 patients died due to my negligence. And then, on May 24th, I fell asleep at the wheel and died in a car accident due to my further negligence. I'm sorry, and I apologize for being negligent. That's what I'll have her write. With a confession, the rain falling on my soul can finally stop. Yeah, I see. So, how'd you hear about Maya Fey? I heard about her from an acquaintance, a girl studying the occult at the college. That girl introduced me to this village. This is the home of the Kurain School of Channeling. The home, huh? And Miss Maya's a daughter of the Master, I hear. Master? Anyway, do you see that door? That's the room where people and spirits meet. Miss Maya's aunt is in there right now. Would you care to meet her? In a moment, perhaps. The Winding Way. This garden's really breathtaking. Someone put a lot of love into it. What's that over there? An incinerator? Looks a little out of place in a garden like this. Stop it! Nice to know the controller's still misbehaving. Splendid garden, small lamp and additional decorations. A bit small to walk around in. Although that incinerator piques my curiosity. I don't think garbage trucks come all the way out here to tiny villages like this. Every family has to burn their own trash. Wow, real curiosity piquing there. Basic explanation. A really old urn. The ashes of a person long dead are inside. Looks like something with a long history. Other than that, not very interesting, so time to move on. There's a room over there too. Peaceful feelings emanating from it. I didn't examine the meditation room. I should probably do that. Piece of cloth, ton of finely written characters jammed onto it. Probably esoteric knowledge only mediums would know. Let's see. There's one in English. It says 100 ways to save money. Being a medium sounds like a rough way of life. Someone with a lot of skill wrote these 4 Chinese characters with a brush. Oh, look, here's the translation. Once in a lifetime. Its message is people should value their ghostly meetings as once-in-a-lifetime chances. Like, I know they're real, but God, if this place wouldn't sell knickknacks. This door leads to the Winding Way. Weather outside looks nice. The door that leads to the chamber! Place where spirits and people meet. Iron in the door was tempered, making it very solid. Looks like there's a strong lock on the door to top it off. They don't want people getting in there. What's in the side room? But this is the side room. Looks like more of a break room. Bedding spread onto the floor. Looks like someone's sleeping in one. I shouldn't disturb them. But I will examine everything. First time I've seen a sliding door like this in person. Here I can see the Winding Way and the little garden in the courtyard. Small alcove. No idea what it's supposed to mean or symbolize. If I had one of these in the office, it would end up as storage space. But here it's decorated with some pretty flowers and a beautiful hanging scroll. It's a decorative wooden bear. There's a plate attached to the base. Korean village, the heart of channeling. It's a souvenir. So does this mean it's easy to spot bears here? And for them to spot you? No clues here, just a bed. Bedding spread out to set someone sleeping on one. Probably an exhausted medium taking a break, catching some Z's. If awake, or they might be grumpy and throw a spell on me. So let's not. Alright, I've done my part. Holy candles. Such a strange atmosphere in here. These flickering lights. I guess they're candles. Good sir, who might you be? My name's Phoenix Wright. Oh, you must be that good sir. Good sir. Is she talking about me? You're a lawyer, are you not, good sir? I have heard much about you from Mystic Maya. Is that so? Mystic Maya. I am Mystic Maya's aunt, Morgan Fay. Nice to meet you. I had wanted to speak with you about a certain incident, good sir. It would seem that perhaps you ask too much of Mystic Maya in performing your duties. Most unbecoming, I'm afraid. Huh? Don't tell me you've already forgotten. No man, she's taken some hits. That was it not for Mystic Maya and her assistants, you would surely not have won. First a girl that runs away, now an old lady who says I suck at doing my job. When did I become the poster boy for how not to make a first impression? The past is the past, though. Let us speak of the present now. Thanks. So why'd you add Mystic to Maya's name? Isn't that a little strange? Good sir. Yes? How dare you be so rude and disrespectful towards Mystic Maya? I'm sorry. She must be addressed by her proper title, good sir. You must call her Mystic Maya. So about Mystic Maya, it is the blood. Excuse me? Blood? Mystic Maya carries the blood of the Master. In actuality, she is the only one remaining. Only one remaining, What's that supposed to mean? Mystic Maya is the last of the rightful heirs of the Kurain channeling technique. Okay. Then, where do you stand? That is a little more complicated. Although a woman of the Fae clan, I am merely a member of the Branch family. Branch family? What's that? It is as it sounds. For a member of the Branch family, no matter her spiritual power, she could never become the master of the Kurain school. So how strong are you? It is a shame. God, she's thirsty. However, I will admit, cannot even begin to compare the lowliness of my power to the Master's. Like, part of me wants to stop and, like, slurp every time they take a drink. I'm keeping that impulse in because I feel like it might get old real quick. So that's how it is. So today's channeling will be here first? Yes, good sir. Because the spirit of a person who dies in a traffic accident is usually very strong. It's usually easier to call that person to our world. Traffic accident? Indeed. The channeling will take place here in this channeling chamber, good sir. As you can see, I'm in the process of preparing. So, this room's the channeling chamber? The place where a spirit medium speaks with those who have departed. I don't suppose you'd mind if we observe the session? Don't even think of such nonsense. Only the medium and the client may enter here. Now, the secrets of the Kurain techniques cannot be seen by just anybody. I never stopped Maya from doing it in front of me before. It's also for your safety, if something were to go wrong. That's why, while channeling is being performed, that heavy door is securely locked. Ah, that's what the lock's for. Oh yes. I wonder if you have yet to meet Pearl, good sir. Pearl? She's an adorable, angelic young girl. Oh, that odd. She is my daughter. Now then, what was it you were about to say? What a cute daughter you have. A pure heart that knows not of the evils in this world is a powerful thing, good sir. Please refrain from affiliating with her, I request. Well, it's not like I had the chance to anyway. I must insist and stress that you do not let it occur. Okay, I get it. Let's examine the room. We haven't gotten to the point where I'm presenting my attorney badge yet, but I can feel it coming. Empty space behind the folding screen. The light of the candles doesn't reach back there, so it's completely dark. Folding screen is showing its age. All its edges are a bit tattered. The lettering's fading too. I think I recognize a few of the characters on here. Kurain? Pretty sure that's what it says. Maybe I'll ask Maya about it later. Is it the Kurain instead of the Kurain? Don't know. I guess this is an altar? Whatever it is feels important. A mirror-like object with a cloudy reflective surface, and some branches of a sacred tree have been set in a predetermined arrangement. Good sir, I wonder if you would not touch the sacred objects, those are being offered to the spirits. If you were to touch them, they would become cursed. She really didn't have to talk down to me. I'm not that much of an idiot. Candles. Rug. Yeah. I'm not entirely out of sick territory. It stuck around. This is where the medium sits, I assume. There are 4 panels of this flooring. It's strong. The flooring feels a little damp, probably from the humidity. Ew. Ew. Alright, I've been in here now. Something change? Maybe they're awake now? Hey you, hold on now, this guy's got a few questions to ask. Sure, I've heard that southern accent somewhere before. Oh, well, I'll be. It's Mr. Felix Wright. How you been? I haven't seen you in, what, a year? You are, it's a lot of hair. A lot of heart. A lot of heart, right? Bingo. I'm the one and only paranormal photographer. A lot of heart. So I guess you're still at it? Being a photographer, I mean? Of course! And today, I'm going to get myself a real scoop. Wait and see. Oh, that's right. This ain't no time to be wasting time. Ain't no time to be wasting time. The channeling's about to get started. That time already. Y'all should hurry up and get to the meditation room. What are you waiting around for? Come on. Lot of heart, huh? I've been judging her harshly because of that case. But I guess looking back, we had some good times too. I don't remember. I remember that she is a person that exists, and that is about it. It's a meditation room. We will now begin the channeling. Mystic Maya and honored guest, please proceed into the channeling chamber. With this, I can finally swat all those pesky flies once and for all. You hear me? They won't be able to see a single bad thing about me after this. You would love to hear them apologize, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you, Mr. Wright? Me? Yeah, I sure would. Mystic Maya, do you have the channeling chamber key? Yep, right here. That is most satisfactory. Stop drinking. Stop drinking while you're talking to people. Giga! The key is one of a kind, so please take care of it well. It'll be fine, Aunt Morgan. I won't lose it, trust me. Okay, Dr. Gray, let's get started. Finally, let's go. Click. Now, let us wait patiently out here for them. Please have some lovely bitter green tea and jaw-droppingly large strawberry desserts. Hold on now, Granny. Granny? How come we ain't allowed in the room? Dear madam, you have an impressive grasp of English. From where'd you learn it? What? From the heart of the heartland? Is that so? Then I humbly request that you return to this heart of the heartland. What are you? This is Kurain Village. If you cannot follow our traditions and rules, we request that you leave. Sorry. She shut a lot up. That's impressive. Now then, let us wait. Boom. Hey now, what was that just now? It came from inside the channeling chamber. That's a gunshot. Excuse me? I've heard that sound before. It's a gunshot. I bet my afro on it. Maya. Maya's in there. Yeah. Well, Mr. Lawyer, what's the plan? What else? Force. There's only one key and the kid's got it. Break the door. Is that okay, Miss Faye? Yes, but there is one matter that is... Don't try to stop me. You send the repair bill to the Right and Coat Law Offices later. It's very well made. We will never get through there, but we try. That's what I call being a man. Ow. Shit, we did it. Dr. Gray. I was murdered. Maya? That man murdered me. So I killed him. What? Lada, at a time like this. Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. But anyway, what's going on here? This gal, is she... Maya? Step away from there. Leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. But... hurry, before there are more victims here. Let's go, city boy, leave this to the granny. My cell phone doesn't get reception way out here, so I ended up using the phone booth to call the police. And they're on their way. That's good. Lottie saw a genuine mysterious phenomena. She seems really on edge because of all this. Not that I blame her. I'm scared to death by what's going on. Hey, mister. That gal, Maya. She wasn't the one that pulled the trigger, was she? Ah, yeah. Lana doesn't know that when Maya's channeling, her whole physical appearance changes. Then again, weren't there only 2 of them in there? I reckon she must have done it then. Oh god, we got a locked door mystery. Lana, what do you know about Dr. Gray? Not much, but I did some digging. That's one gent with a bad reputation. Really? I hear he's good at surgery and stuff, but his personality stinks like wet sheep. I got the same impression myself. He's real controlling. As soon as his nurse or patients don't do what he says, he starts hollering. Must have been real rough to work for him. The weird space behind the board makes me think that there's something else up here. Mr. Wright. Miss Faye? How's Mystic Maya? She has returned to this world. The spirit severing technique was successful. Let me see her, please. She is still unconscious. I humbly request that you wait outside for her recovery. Guess I just have to wait. The police are here. Sorry to keep you waiting. Huh? You again? What are you doing on the way out here, Detective Gumshoe? It's actually kind of funny. I was in the area for a business trip, pal. Well, time to check out the crime scene. I have to question everyone here later on. So sit tight, alright? Why is he grinning at me? 'Cause now he gets to question you. May I show you the scene of the crime, Detective Gumshoe? Oh. My name's not Jim Shoe. 2 of them went into the channeling chamber. I guess all I can do for now is see what everyone else has to say. Did this person wake up? Is this person still there? Pretty sure there was someone sleeping here earlier. Like, how can I help you? Oh god. That's, like, isn't it about to start? Huh? Time to start what? You know, like the channeling. Channeling? Oh, no, actually the situation was kinda changed. Huh? Like, what do you mean? Please stay calm, but there's been a murder. So like, a murder is that thing where like one person kills another, right? Yes, a person has killed another person. Oh, that's one of the words I'm looking for. It's like, totally a bummer. Yeah. After all that effort, that's all she had to say. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to, introduce myself. My name's Eeny Meeny Miny. Where's the middle child? At the college, I'm researching and studying parapsychology. Parapsychology? Yes, seems right. That's right. I think people, usually call it occult studies or something. Like supernatural phenomenon, ESP, and psychic powers, that sort of stuff. That's pretty out there. I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. So what brings you here today? So, I was the one who told Dr. Gray about the place. He asked me, do you know of a good spirit medium? Dr. Gray did say something about being introduced to this place. Cause, talking to dead people and, multiple personalities are my thing. I see. Then why were you taking a nap here? I wasn't feeling good. Huh? I'm, allergic to sesame seeds. They, must have put some in the food they serve for lunch. That doesn't sound fun. So I, felt sick and came in here to, sleep. God, you can only use the word "like" so many times. I get... Exhibit A, I get it. I do it too. But this is, too much, likes. Man. I totally feel like I've wasted my time. Cause I, slept a long time. So you were sleeping here the entire time? Yeah, ever since lunch. So you didn't know anything about the murder that took place? What? Oh, I totally know nothing. So who was, killed? The surgeon that requested the channeling, Dr. Gray. You and he knew each other, right? I don't know any Dr. Gray. Really? Then what was all that talk about him earlier? Huh? Well, a long time ago, I was a patient. She sounds like she's trying to hide something. What do you mean? They're doing the "look at me, I'm dumb." They couldn't possibly have any ulterior motives. You left the blanket a mess, you gonna fold it? I had a really good nap, and I was thinking of leaving it like this, so it's all set for tonight. I pretty firmly believe that making a bed is an exercise in futility. You're just gonna get in it and make it all messy again. Just leave it the mess that it's supposed to be. And it'll all be, faster, man. Well, she's there. No one here as usual. Hadn't seen her until the case actually started proper. Hi, Pearl. Hey, how are you? You're Pearl, right? Silent as ever. What's that she's got in her hand? I've seen it somewhere before. It's the channeling chamber key. Hey, Pearl. My hair? Is it too spiky? Not spiky enough? God damn it, Pearl. Did you see a small child? Nope. Ah, gotcha. Shit. check out this badge. Darn it. The channeling chamber. The police are busily running here and there. I don't see Maya anywhere. Hey, you, don't touch anything. Look, I really need to ask you some questions. Don't look at me like I'm some sort of uncaring jerk. Tell you what, pal. I'll let you ask me a few questions, alright? About Maya. Hate to break this to you, pal, but with the way things look now, that girl's the only one who could have done it. Only Maya and the victim were inside this room. But Maya's... You can ask more about it later, pal. Right now, I got a job to do, and that's collecting evidence. Detective Gumshoe looks like a real professional. And yet, something about his expression still looks the same. Hey man, he knows you both. He doesn't like putting Maya in jail. Again. So, Dr. Gray was shot with a gun, huh? Shot in the forehead. But... he was also stabbed in the chest with a knife. A knife. Basically, the victim was first stabbed and he got shot. Examine the blood. I can't look at anything. No. No touching. Just looking at it. I can't be too careful. If a kid like Arik can be a murder suspect now, can I? I guess if I want to search the room, I'm gonna have to come back later. Alright. Hey Gumshoe, you want to show off badges? Here's mine. Fine. Outside? She's probably scared out of her wits after having a murder take place right by her. Lotta? Yeah, I don't want to be me next. Don't scare me like that. What do you mean? You're the one scaring me. If I weren't so tough, you'd have another dead body on your hands. Mine. Did you see or notice anything that stuck out at you? Nah, well, maybe one thing. What? Turns out my poor stomach's not good at handling this kind of thing. What? Curses and ghosts and stuff coming back to get you? It's just too much, I say. What is? Being an occult photographer. That's some scary stuff, so I gotta try being a celebrity photographer now. Going after photos more within your reach from now on? More glamour, less Segura. What's up? Oh yeah! What? I took some hot pictures earlier. Huh? Remember? Took some pictures at the murder scene inside? She did, 2 even. The seance murder. I sure like the ring of that. It'll be a sensational story. Lotta, sorry, but my journalistic sense is burning inside me. Hate to cut and run, but I'm heading back in. Gotta beat those cops to the scoop of the century. Tee-hee. I don't know who's scarier, Lotta or the spirits. Why does it feel like we've been through this before? Oh dear madam, you have such impeccable timing. Like, what's all the buzz? Alright everyone, listen up. You too, pal. I'm gonna give you all a brief update. Right now, it looks like the investigation's not gonna be done till real late. That is a terrible shame. I propose that everyone sleep here under the roof of the Fey Manor tonight. What a mess. Can't believe how crazy this day turned out. Maya was arrested and taken away by the police. And I don't see myself getting any sleep tonight. Yeah, morning. Guess I must have nodded off at some point. Hope Maya's okay. I should hurry and get to the detention center ASAP. Dick. Maya? What am I gonna do? I never imagined it would turn out like this. Calm down, Maya. Take deep breaths. Come to think of it, the first time I met her, it all started right here, in this detention center. I finally get to see you again, and it's not your fault you didn't do it. No, I did it. I killed that person. That wasn't you. Doesn't matter. It might as well have been me. I was too weak and I couldn't control the spirit's power, so... I don't want to bring up the case quite yet, but... You don't have to be nice to me, I understand. So you're the master or something of the Kurain School of Channeling? Actually, my mother is for now. But since that title's passed from mother to daughter, I guess I will be someday. But many people think that channeling isn't real, it's all just an act. You believe in us, don't you? Yeah, because I've seen it with my own eyes. When Maya's channeling a spirit, not only her voice, but her whole physical appearance changes. It's a supernatural phenomenon that occurs every time. It happened this time too. Dr. Gray said he wanted to call the nurse, so... Maya's body must have taken on the nurse's appearance. What exactly happened in the channeling chamber? I went into that room with Dr. Gray, locked the door, and sat down across from him. Okay. I closed our eyes and I began the channeling. Sounding kinda creepy, like the beginning of a scary story. And that's the last thing I remember. Huh? After a spirit comes into my body, I lose myself, my consciousness. Then you don't remember a single thing. When I came to, I was being held in my aunt's arms. And there was blood all over my clothes. Oh, but I do remember having a dream. A dream? Dream? What kind of dream did you have while you were channeling? I can't remember it all that well, but I was dead and buried in the ground. Couldn't move. It was unbearable. Really suffocating. It went something like that. I see. That sounds awful. There was a really familiar smell too. Under the ground? Yeah, I can't quite place it, but I know I've smelled that same scent before. I guess this is about all the information I'm gonna gather for today. I'll be back later, Maya. In the meantime, please make sure you prepare it, okay? Huh? It? What's it? The document requesting me to be your attorney, of course. But, what's wrong? Are you sure? I mean, I'm guilty. I'm a murderer. No one's decided that yet. But I did. I killed that person with these two hands. That's enough, Maya. It's hopeless. If you defend me, you'll lose, I'm sure. Stop. Help me, Nick. I'm scared. Don't worry, I will. When is the trial? It sounds like tomorrow. As usual, 0 prep time. Alright, I'm going now. Wait. This jewel. It's called a Magatama. It's a magical charm and it's always protected me. Give it to Pearly, and I'm sure she'll lend you her spiritual powers. Okay. I'm an attorney. Sorry, Nick, there's nothing special about it. Come on, man. Don't hit me like that. Go to the law office. I mean, obviously we're supposed to go talk to Pearl, but let's swing by the offices. I feel like I've been gone forever. But it's only been a day. Ah, that's right. Where's that newspaper Dr. Gray brought the other day? There it is. Right on top of my desk. Stop it. This is the only thing you left behind that's going to be of any help. Newspaper clipping 1 added to the court record. 1 year ago on May 2nd, 14 patients died from malpractice at Gray Surgical Clinic. Plant. Charlie. A quite decorative plant. Memento of my boss, Mia, who passed away. The rest of the room may be in shambles, but he always managed to take care of this little fella. Okay, hold down the fort, Charlie. Giant building outside the window. Gatewater Hotel, high-class luxury thing. Until recently, it had been a normal business-class hotel. Thanks. My desk. I keep it neat for those rare occasions when I actually have a client in the office. I don't know, right? Your win rate's so goddamn high. People should really want you to represent them. Even if it is a bunch of jumbled what the hell's going on in this. Difficult looking legal books. Stop it! Stand in the formidable row. They mock me. Actually, I've neglected them for so long and later that's the start of the form. One of these days I should try to build up the courage to read one. Nah, you're fine. Actual law things don't show up, it's more just vibes. A poster of the TV action hero Steel Samurai. Maya stuck it up here right before she left. I wouldn't say that the Steel Samurai and an attorney's office are a good match, but Maya threatened to curse me with some magic spells, so I guess it can stay. Alright, to the village. I have to save Maya no matter what. It's her life on the line. What in the world happened in that room yesterday? I've already examined most things, so it should only be new stuff, right? Mana, meditation room. The meditation room nurtures all mediums, young and old. Even mediums in training, I'd wager, but it's pretty deserted today. Probably because of the murder yesterday. Nothing new. Nothing in the cubbies. Nothing in the cubbies. Looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today. Should take this chance and thoroughly check the room. If I'm lucky, I might uncover a clue or two. Never mind, there you are. Oh, Mr. Wright. Good morning. I'm on my way to go meet Mystic Maya. And I thought to bring her some items to make her feel more at home. Namely tea so bitter you lose your tongue and jaw-droppingly large strawberry desserts. I'm sure Maya will be very grateful. That's Mystic Maya, good sir. She's one scary lady. Oh dear, sweet Mystic Maya. Pearl wept constantly for you last night, as did I. I know it's important for me to search the site, but I should ask her some questions too while I have the chance. I feel like we should search first. Some empty space behind the folding screen. Completely dark. Hope no one's hiding back there. Beautiful and expensive folding screen. Looks quite old. Seems to be some sort of sacred text written on it, but I can't read it. It's a hole. Could this have been made by a bullet? 8 inches off the ground. That's pretty damn low. An altar. Stuff we've already read. Oh, there's a slide button. Meditation room's on the other side of this very heavy looking door. The lock's broken because I broke it. Doesn't seem possible, but I managed to break it pretty badly. If you want to do something bad enough, people can do the most amazing things. Yes. This is where the medium sits, I assume. 4 panels of the flooring. Straw on the flooring feels a little damp. My eyes keep getting drawn to the pool of blood in the center, though. Yeah. There's blood for you. I would like to ask you a few questions about what happened yesterday. Do you mean that awful tragedy? That man murdered me, so I killed him. Maya, step away from there. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. What happened here in this room after I left? Well, first I struck Mystic Maya on the head. To make her go unconscious, right? That is correct. Next I performed the spirit severing technique. The spirit of the nurse that was inside of Mystic Maya's body. I used the technique to send the nurse's spirit back to the other world. I wonder if this kind of testimony is even admissible in a court of law. By the way, what is this room exactly? The channeling chamber? This room was created for the sole purpose of preventing such a tragedy as yesterday. What do you mean? Sometimes when an inexperienced medium calls an especially strong spirit, the spirit may become violent in revolt, as you witnessed yesterday. Revolt? How? When a spirit enters a medium's body, she loses her will and herself steps aside. But where'd the gun come from? To put it another way, the spirit is borrowing the medium's body, good sir. But isn't that extremely dangerous? An experienced medium has a little problem controlling a spirit. But Maya, Mystic Maya, that was her first channeling. And that is why I insisted on locking the door. However, I never thought that would be calling danger upon the client himself. I'm grateful that one of our heirlooms is not damaged in this horrible incident. And that would be the folding screen there. It is the Kurain sacred writings. Along with the Kurain sacred urn, they are the village's most treasured possessions. If I ever found out that something had happened to either one... Oh, the humanity. Not for her to be worrying about the folding screen. Guess this just isn't just some dilapidated old screen after all. So, how's Pearl? Mr. Wright, yes? In this world, Pearl is my most treasured possession. When compared to even Mystic Maya, Pearl has the spiritual power to become a master. That's very impressive. Until now, the women of the Branch family have thought themselves to be inferior. But Pearl is different. I'm seeing motive. Her spiritual strength is so great that it's even greater than some of the main family. Pearl is a channeling prodigy, and is the pride of the Branch family. She is really fired up about this. In any case, our world is so different from yours, perhaps it is best for you to quit, good sir. Quit? Quit what? Well, then I do believe it is time for me to take my leave. Okay, please tell Maya I said hi. What was that? I mean Mystic Maya. I will tell her. Heh, indeed. Urn special, huh? Seems a little... broken. Maybe she's at school. No new dialogue for the urn. Nothing. Okay. To the side room, where now there's a bale. Or basket, or something. Oh hey, like you're that guy from yesterday, the dentist man. No, I'm a lawyer. That's right, Mr. Smith, Esquire. That's right. Hey, you're wrong. My name is right. Smith, right? I got like 3 letters at least. 1, 2, 3. They're not in the right order, but they're there. I don't think she gets the point. Anyway, why are you here? So, like, I studied this thing called parapsychology at this college, and you told me about that yesterday. The sesamiology too. What I'd really like to know is why you're still here today. So, like, that's what you meant. Like, you should have been more, like, clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay. Like, really. That's it. Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, like, what was I talking about again? If Lana ever wanted another genuine mysterious phenomenon, it's right here. Oh god, there's so much dialogue. So why are you still here today? There's so much for me to study, man. Like what? Like, the medium's training? Or, like, how they inherit their spiritual powers? I suppose this village is a real thing, after all. So, like, I asked if I could stay here for, like, a little longer. She sure seems to like the carefree type, at least on the surface. She sure seems to like blah 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 blah. Well, in fairness, they're playing their role really hard. Overplaying, one could say. Have you heard about the murder? It's like totally scary, she says with a silly smile plastered on her face. So do you know anything about it that might help? Somehow I don't think she has a grip on reality, let alone what's going on here. The victim, Dr. Gray? I don't know who you're talking about, man. Like, wait, I think you asked about him yesterday? That's right. Her reaction yesterday when I asked was... You and Dr. Gray knew each other, right? I don't know any Dr. Gray. Not really. What was all that talk about him earlier? Huh? Long ago, I was a patient. This one may also have something if they were part of the batch that, you know, all lost their lives terribly due to medical malpractice. Like, is something wrong? Ask. Where'd the box come from? I'm sure it wasn't here last night. Looks like a box for storing clothes, but it's pretty big for just clothes. Mostly empty, but a few folded piece of channeling costumes that sit at the bottom. Backs. The bear is different. Decorative wooden bear, there's a plate attached to the base. Art channeling, it's a souvenir. Isn't it cute? I like totally bought that. Ah, so it's yours, huh? Yeah, so like this village is really famous for like channeling and bears. Famous for bears? But it's like, okay, if you ever like see a bear, you just play dead. And they like leave you alone. Is that right? Yeah, cause like, fighting back is totally of no use. Has she actually tried to fight one? No, you don't fight the bear. You do everything you can to not fight the bear. The bear is large and very strong. Surprise me. How are you today? I guess she hasn't opened the friendly chatting. She's still got the key though. I present to thee the Magatama. Oh yeah, Maya said to give this to you. I'm in trouble now. If Morgan sees us like this, I'll be the next one they're channeling. That's Mystic Maya's. Huh? She actually spoke. Who are you? I'm Phoenix Wright. I worked with Maya. You worked with Mystic Maya? You're Mr. Nick, right? Excuse me? I don't know who she picked Nick up from. I know who you are. You're Mystic Maya's special someone. What? So then, of course, you're gonna help Mystic Maya, aren't you? That's why you're gonna do, right? Yeah, I will. Wow, it's like a beautiful fairy tale. That earnest look shining brightly in your eyes. It must be true love. What? Why am I being boiled into a bright red lobster by this little kid? I'm so jealous of Mystic Maya. What a wonderful relationship. What? Hey, the art things are not like... I can tell you're a good person. Alright, Mr. Nick. I may be small, but I'm gonna help you in any way I can. Pearl, are you friends with Maya? I feel very grateful to be friends with her. She's so great. I want to be like Mystic Maya when I grow up. I really look up to her. I had no idea Maya was so revered. Usually when people don't use Mystic Maya's title, I get mad. Okay, sorry. But if it's you, Mr. Nick, then it's okay. Because you are special to her. Where in the world did you get an idea like that? By the way, this may be rude, but which channeling school are you from? channeling school? Yeah, for example, I study the Karain technique. Ah, I get it. No. I'm a lawyer. A lawyer. Lawyer? Yep. Is that related to spirit mediums in any way? None that I know of. Wait, are you telling me you don't know what a lawyer is? I'm sorry, but I have no idea. I did say Pearl doesn't know much about the outside world. She knows in probably illegal amount of that is she ain't no shit and people should have taught her. So what's that you've got there, Pearl? Oh, this? I found it yesterday. Huh. If you want it, I can give it to you. Sure. Alright, if you really want to give it to me. You look like a child at a toy store, Mr. Nick. She not only speaks in a refined manner, but laughs at one too. Black key added to the court record. Mr. Nick? Yes, Pearls? I can call you that, right? You're too cute to just call you Pearl. Sure, Mr. Nick. Are you sure it's okay for me to have this Magatama? Yeah, it's okay. I was told to give it to you. But I can't accept something like this. All I really should do is charge this Magatama with spiritual energy. Spiritual energy? Oh, she did it. Please take this. I'm sure it'll be helpful. What do you mean? It'll let you see people's secrets. See people's secrets? Yeah. If it's alright with you, I'd like to accompany you for a little while. I can explain the Magatama's power to you when we meet someone hiding a secret. Well, ain't that, convenient. Hey, you! Hello again. We seem to be seeing a lot of each other today. Aw, she's like totally cute. Is she like your daughter? What? No. How old do you think I am? How do you work? Present the Magatama. It's a Magatama. You shouldn't, It's not for you. Hey, like, it's not nice to freak me out like that. It should be my line. The victim. Dr. Gray. Totally don't know him. The fuck is this? What is that? Huh? You can see it, can't you, Mr. Nick? You can see the lock on that person's heart. What? This is the power of the Magatama. Only you can see these psyche locks, Mr. Nick. Psych locks, huh? The more someone wants to hide their secret, the more locks you'll see. If it's only one, I think you can easily unlock it. Unlock? But how? Please use Mystic Maya's Magatama on the person. Let's remove the lock. I have no idea what she's talking about, but I will give it a try. You must be careful though, Mr. Nick. If you make a mistake, it'll hurt you. You don't think you have the proof you need, you must have the courage to stop. Well, I gotta start somewhere. Let's give this Cyclock thing a try. Going to ask you again, do you know Dr. Gray? I totally don't know that guy. You're more persistent than the roach. She's hiding something. Remove the lock. So first I have to use Maya's Magatama. Okay, so I have to, like, present it? I'm learning. The victim. Eeny miny. I believe you do know who Dr. Gray is. I told you, like, how many times do I, like, have to repeat myself? If you're, like, so totally sure, then where's your proof? While it may be possible that you never actually met Dr. Gray in person, I do believe you might have at least indirectly known of him. Like, what do you mean, like, indirectly? I should try to show that the possibility existed for now. So, something that shows a possible connection between Eenie and Dr. Gray. I mean... If she was there whenever she was a kid, it might be her. Because none of these others are related to him at all. You might have at least indirectly known of him. Hell, indirectly too, that's all that. But I guess there's something else. So we'll be back. I can't examine this one further. Weird. Oops. Hey, it's you, pal. So you're gonna be your lawyer, I bet? Yeah. Ow. I really feel bad for you, pal. Just this once, I wish I could be on your side. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, but I shouldn't be saying that kind of stuff to you. Hey, you're a cute kid. I'm not scary, honest. I never knew Gumshoe liked kids. Hey, I know. I'll show you something cool, has this? It's a real genuine. Look at my gun. Detective Gumshoe. Why are you showing her your gun? Sorry. Okay. So what about Maya and the charges against her? I don't think you can win, pal. If you're talking about proof, you got a few pieces. Got proof. Yeah, pal. That puffy-haired photographer's gonna testify tomorrow. You must be talking about Lana. Actually, speaking of Lana, took some hot pictures yesterday. Remember the things with the choo-choo. Lana's hot pictures. I wonder what her camera captured. Besides, you must have realized by now, pal. There's no way anyone other than Maya Fey could have done it. That's your standard locked door, and that backing is weird. Also, a bullet went through it near the ground, for whatever that matters. If the... Well, no, I guess if the doctor was... like, in between Maya and the rest of the stuff, then it's possible. But where the fuck did the gun come from? What am I supposed to say to Pearls now? About Dr. Gray. The victim wasn't super famous, but people still knew who he was. His face was all over those tabloid shows last year. Yeah, I know. I was looking through some newspapers from last year, and... Huh? Could have sworn I'd cut an article out, but I must have lost it. I need that! Searching through his pockets, and boy are those big. Looked really interesting, too. You have a copy? Copy of the article. I think Dr. Gray might have brought a copy to the office when he came by. About Maya's trial tomorrow. That's telling me to go find the thing I already have, but it wasn't enough. I got 2 pieces of news for you, pal. 2? Yeah, bad news and even worse ones. So which do you want to hear first? I don't really care. It doesn't change the fact I'm not gonna like it. Alright, pal, well, the prosecutor for the trial is Prosecutor Von Karma. Huh? Von Karma. The boss fight of last time? Manfred Von Karma. He was an all-inspiring veteran prosecutor, but we put him away. He never lost a case in the 40 years of his career, and he raised a fearsome disciple. The horrible aftertaste of the evil he force-fed me is something I'll never forget. Wait a sec. But didn't Von Karma stand trial, and that's where the other piece of bad news comes in. The Von Karma you face in tomorrow is actually a successor. Successor? Who is this? Successor to Von Karma? Literally, pal, it's Prosecutor Von Karma's kid. This kid became a prosecutor real young, like 13, and hasn't lost a trial since. That's what they call a prodigy, pal. Huh. Kid, eh? Wait a sec. 13? They became a prosecutor at the age of 13. I mean, a prodigy like that, I would have heard something. Oh, no. Kid was born and raised in Germany, pal. Country's got a lot of stuff, and it's a great place to develop a person's talents. Germany, huh? That's probably why I've never heard of this person. Still, all it takes is someone mentioning the name Von Karma. And I get terrible flashbacks to that case. Get a grip on yourself, Phoenix. None of that matters anymore, now that he's gone. Alright. Thanks, Gumshoe. Nothing more to see in here. Is there anything here? Like, I looked around. I picked up this thing. It's only from a year ago. But it didn't work on the girl. Whenever it's like, how do you know this guy? Maybe Maya has something. Maya must be in another round of questioning. The detectives are taking it easy on her, but these kinds of cases aren't usually taken lightly either. I guess I'll come back later. What's up, dude? This guard monitors the visitor's room. I wonder if he's bored. Not that I can tell, since he never looks over this way. He stands stock still, staring at the camera. Smile, you're on camera, camera. Candid camera. Nothing. Alright. Lotta's MIA. They brought it up again. Like it has to be there, right? Would you like to look at this Magatama? Pretty nice looking brooch. You should stop wearing that ugly attorney's badge. Start wearing that, pal. Heh, the detective's so nice. Aren't you happy, Mr. Nick? Happy. About what? There's something up with this jar. I don't know what's up with this jar. Bunch of nothing. Eh. This is the only thing I can check. Is it profiles? Weird. Come on, Magatama, help me out here. Tabloid things weren't enough to do it. What could it be? Don't get it. Because he said that they knew her. And then What do I have? Not a lot, sadly. Maybe I still just don't have it. Okay, there's no reason to just get myself destroyed. Alright. Ah. God damn it. I got the clipping. That's all I have. That's really all I have. Until I decide to use the key in the door. Or a secret door, or whatever's going on. Do you want the clipping for some reason? Why do you want the fucking... Dr. Gray brought this over to my office the other day. Hey, it's that news story. What about the malpractice stuff? This thing that was there a year ago from the tabloids and proves that they had a fucking... Ah. These games are fun. But this shit's frustrating. 14 patients died and it caused a huge stink. Like, you have to do it the right way. Yeah, but that's not all, pal. Things only got worse after that. You mean the car accident the nurse died in? Mm-hmm. Ah, here we go. I brought my own clipping with me today. Here, pal, this is for you. Alright, thanks. Meanie Miny. A current nurse at Gray Surgical Clinic died after falling asleep. Okay. Well, that's a pretty damn obvious connection then, isn't it? Meanie Miny. Eeny Miny. Eeny Miny. So... Okay. Thanks, Gumshoe. Now that I have something slightly more obvious, let's head back there. Oops. Once again. Since it isn't obvious enough that you may know them from, you know, the fact that they were on the news. How about the fact that this person shared your name? Like, what is it? A story about an accident? Please read the victim's name. Mimi Miney. Miney's a pretty rare last name, wouldn't you say? Yeah. Miss Mimi Miney wouldn't happen to be a relative of yours, would she? So you noticed, she was my older sister. Sorry about your loss. Your sister, was she a nurse perhaps at Dr. Gray's surgical clinic? Gray's surgical clinic? I don't think I need to tell you the clinic was run by the victim, Dr. Turner Gray. Which is how you knew of Dr. Gray. Through your sister. Now then, please tell me all you know about Mr. Gray. My sister's name was Mimi Miney. She was like a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. That's what I thought. I heard that, like, Dr. Gray was really tough on people, like a total slave driver. My sis was, like, always coming home totally wiped out. She was overworked. Wiped out. So is that why she fell asleep at the wheel? Why were you lying to me? That guy, like, drove her so hard. So, like, that's why the accident happened. The one where 14 patients died from malpractice? Yeah. Like, I think that was the doctor's fault, too. My sis was pushed by, like, everyone's expectations and, like, her duties and stuff. And that pushed her to her death. I'm sorry. So, like, are we done? I've, like, already told my story to, like, everyone. But not me. Do you understand now, Mr. Nick? This is how a cyclock works. I don't plan to pry into people's hearts unless I absolutely need to. The lock this time was pretty easy. But you might meet people who aren't as willing to give in later on. If you don't have enough proof, be careful and know when to stop trying. I'll make it to about half dead before I stop each time. Well, they've moved. Anything reappear inside the channeling chamber? No? Outside. Mr. Nick? What's wrong? I've never left Korean Village. Really? That's, pretty amazing. You're gonna meet with Mystic Maya, aren't you? Tell her I said hi. Hey, wait! She ran off. Well, I know any secret now, but I still don't have any idea how I'm gonna save Maya. I don't even know if I should go in there with a smile or a straight face. It's Maya. She'll be fine. What am I supposed to do? I'm out of time. Can I really do anything, though? Can I save her? Sorry to keep you waiting. Huh? Must be Maya. Been a long time, hasn't it, Phoenix? Oh. That's not Maya. Mia. Even without me being here, it looks like you've learned to stand on your own. Yeah, Maya's older sister, my mentor. She was a top-notch defense lawyer, but a certain case forced her into, retirement. But whenever I'm in trouble, she comes to help, just like this. Her spirit comes back from the other world and borrows Maya's body for a bit. Poor Maya. Phoenix, you can't make that face in front of your client. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets, and especially when it's bad. Mia, you can't smile at the end if you haven't been smiling the whole way there. In any case, the face you're making now is no face to show a client, Phoenix. But, so, tell me all about it. I'm going to guess that my sister's in a lot of trouble. Again. I told her everything about what had happened in the last 2 days. Mia closed her eyes, deep in thought, while she listened. I see. Mia, what am I supposed to do? It's pretty clear what a good lawyer does in this situation. And that is, tell me, please. Believe in your convictions. And fight for the complete acquittal of your client. You think Maya's not guilty? How can you be so sure? I know she is. And I'll give you a hint as to why. Yeah? Mediums can't have dreams. Huh? Oh. They can't? From what you told me, it sounds like Maya was having a dream while channeling. Yeah, she said she dreamt she'd been died and had been buried in the ground. But that's impossible. You've heard it from her, I'm sure, when a medium channels her own, spirit disappears. Which means that it's impossible for her to dream during that time. Then what's this mean? I think it's safe to bet that Maya was set up. A setup. It's up to you to blow the lid off this case tomorrow and show how she was set up. Me? How am I supposed to prove her innocence when I have nothing to go on? If you're looking for a clue, that's already in your hands. It is. Just as it sounds, Phoenix. You already hold the key. Really? Come on, show me the key to this case. The key, huh? Okay, I'll show it to her. This key I hold. You got it, Maya. Here it comes. Me. The badge brings back a lot of memories, doesn't it? It's an attorney badge. I'd love to stand with you at the defense's bench one more time. Right. Here's the key. Have you seen this key before? The key. It's literally the key to understanding everything that happened in this case. This key. Phoenix, listen. Right now that key is sitting in your hand. However, it shouldn't be. It contradicts the facts. What does she mean? I'm certain this key will be the piece of evidence that makes your case tomorrow. You already know everything you need to know. You know what the key to this case is. That's enough. But, how can I win tomorrow without knowing who the real murderer is? Who could've... Okay, so we have a locked room. Maya had a key, but somebody else obviously also had a key. If Maya can't dream while channeling, then she likely just fell asleep. Which would mean that the person that we saw looking like Maya wasn't. So the guy got taken out. Maya ended up unconscious. There's a big crate with some channeler's clothes in it that wasn't present beforehand. There's enough space behind the thingamajig to be able to hide a person if you needed to. Even more if they were in the crate. The one lady forced everyone out once the guy was dead, and we broke our way in there. So it seems like, as overcomplicated as it may be, one, the jealous that they're not the correct family line lady is involved in it. Someone else perpetrated the actual crime. Likely Eni. Whose current alibi is going to be that they were asleep in the other room at the time. Okay. I think this is how this is gonna go. And if I'm totally wrong, I'm totally wrong. Didn't know it at that time, but this day was going to end with a turn for the surprising. That's a lot of locks. Mia, what? What's wrong? That's right, only I can see psych locks. Which means Mia must know something about the real murderer. But for this to be something that she would hide under lock and key, even from me. What in the world is going on? It doesn't need to be. I see. I'll leave that flash of understanding to myself. As we continue in this case. Wow. Yeah.